Welcome to this tutorial brought to you by River City Graphics. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use text animators in After Effects. So to get started, we're going to open up After Effects. And so the first thing that we need to do is actually get some text out onto our stage. So I'm going to go up and grab our text tool, and I'm just going to type out something simple like text so that we can get the point across. Alright, so now the thing that text layers have that other layers don't have are this text property. So if you were to go up and create a new solid, for example, and just click OK, make it comp size, and then scale this down. This is basically just how you would make a shape, a rectangular shape within After Effects. And then you go down, basically all that you would have is this transform drop down right here. So I'm just going to scale this up so you can see a little bit better. So you have anchor point, position, scale, rotation, opacity, the things that you're used to. So when you have your text layer, you have this additional text, these additional text properties that you can actually use to animate your text. So you also have your regular transform properties, but you have your text properties, which brings up a whole bunch of other options. Now, these options right here can be helpful, but what I really want to focus on today are the Animator properties. So under Animate over here, where you have this little triangle, make sure and click that. And I'm just going to scale this up so you can see this. It's going to be off screen in a little bit, but I want to make sure that you guys can see all of them. So you can see that you have all kinds of different things that you can use to affect your text. So I'm just going to scale this down, and we're going to be selecting something simple. So we're just going to do, say, rotation. Now, if we were to just do the normal rotation up here in transform of the entire text, we just turn on rotation, go out, I don't know, 20 frames, grab our rotation tool at the top, rotate it. You can see that it rotates around wherever our pivot point is, wherever our anchor point is, which is right there in the corner. So basically over time it just kind of moves like that. Now the difference is if you're actually using the text animator rotation, which basically when you go to animate and then down to rotation, it adds what's called an animator, and you can see that right here. It has added that layer, and then it has a range selector, and then it has rotation. And so basically if you just go to add property and you add any more, it'll just put it in here as well. So basically the difference is if I take and animate the rotation here by clicking on the stopwatch, and then coming out, say again 20 frames, maybe we'll do a little bit more, and then we'll take and rotate it. I'm just going to use the numbers here, and we're just going to rotate the degrees. You can already see what's happening. Basically it's affecting each individual letter rather than the overall block size of the text. So now you can see that you have a pretty cool animation going on there. Now if you wanted to add in some other things, like go to add property and then go down to say tracking, which is off screen, but you're going to tracking, and then you start at the beginning with 0, and then maybe you want it to spread out a little bit because they're kind of touching and it bothers you. So you can just basically turn that up. We can grab our text and move it over so that now it basically looks like something came and hit it from the left side, and now it's just knocking all of the text over. So you can see that the benefit doesn't usually come with using one of these. If you use them one at a time, it's kind of almost just like a one trick wonder there. You basically have one thing that it can do, but if you combine them, you can see how we can quickly get the effect that we're looking for. Now there is one more thing that I wanted to show you. You do have your other anchor point, position, scale, skew, rotation, opacity, things like that. You can also do colors, where you can fade it from one color to another. So you just create a keyframe, change the color, say we want it to be blue, and then over time it will change it from red to blue. So you can see that's pretty cool. I'm just going to delete these out so that we don't get confused on what we're doing. Okay, and we're going to add in one more thing. And down at the bottom there is character offset and character value. Character value is basically, it changes the value of all of your characters. So instead of the value being text, it would just be AA, or some variation of that. Now character offset is probably one of my favorite things. It's only practical for pretty much one thing. I mean, I'm sure you can find something else to use it for, but it basically looks like I don't know, decoding. If you've seen movies where people are decoding something, or they're coding something, or maybe even Matrix code or something like that. Basically you just take and you turn it on at 0, and then you run it out to say 1 frame, and just turn it up and you can automatically see what's happening here. And I'm just going to add in the tracking as well, so we can turn that up just for the whole thing, so we don't need to make a keyframe. And I'm just going to turn up our characters a little bit so that we get a good one that's not overlapping. You'd have to play with it a little bit. And so basically over time you can see that it goes from text to nothing. And so basically if you wanted to make it go all the way back to your original thing, you just hit 0 and make another keyframe there. And so now we've got our own little decoding deal. So I thought that that was pretty cool. So again, this isn't anything that's really hard to grasp. I just wanted to make a tutorial to show you that it's there, because a lot of times for a while I didn't even know it was there. I came here and I'm like, okay, transform, here are the things I'm used to, and I just completely skipped over this text. And then once you open it up, you may not even see this little animate button here. And there's a lot of good things that you can do in here, because like I was showing you earlier with that rotation, if you were trying to do that each letter by itself, like just making 4 different text layers, one with each letter, and then rotating those, it would take much longer than by just doing the rotation within the Animator. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys can do some pretty cool text effects now. Kinetic typography and other type-related things are becoming a lot more popular, so it's definitely something worth exploring. So I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment, and I'll see you next week with a new video tutorial. Thanks for watching.